Chandrakumar Bose, we'll begin with you first. Each panelist gets 1 minute of time to make their opening comments. Mr. Bose, your time begins now. Chandra Bose, your time begins now. You get 1 minute for your opening comments.
What happened in Bengal, in Nandigram, was definitely unfortunate. What was the happening is still not known. How did the Honorable Chief Minister, Mamata Banerjee, get inflicted this injury? Whether it was accidental or whether there were people who pushed her is yet to be determined. But I think the essence of the entire episode is that political violence, fake news should stop. Today, the Bengal elections is centered around violence. Political opponents are threatening each other. You see, our fight is a political fight. It's a political battle. It is not a personal fight. Hatred must immediately stop. We are all political activists fighting for a cause.
Chandra Bose, run out of time.
There should not be any hatred.
For your opening comments, I'll come back to you. Dr. Kakoli Ghosh Dastidar, your 1 minute for your opening comments.
The sequence of events or the comments made by the members of the Bharatiya Janata Party, including their state president, in a tweet and also in the Facebook post, and followed by the brigade comment of Honorable Prime Minister, was threatening enough to suggest that something was coming the way of Mamata Banerjee during her first day after she filed the nomination. And lo and behold, on that day, after 5, that is around 6:30, we saw that few people came when she was trying to get up into her car and banged the door on her feet, which has got a ligament torn, which has got a calcaneum bone twisted, and she's got injury throughout the pelvic bone and everywhere. So we think it is pre-planned to make her dysfunctional during the election campaign, and also to threaten her so that she is not in her own form. So this is absolutely unwarranted, and in an election, it is a political battle of words and campaign, and it has no place for this kind of violence.
Dr. Dastidar, I'm going to come back to you just one moment. Shuddho Banerjee of the Congress Party, your 1 minute.
Hi Saket, and good evening to everyone. He used the words that the bitter battle of Bengal. But there was a time we used to describe Bengal as buoyant Bengal, beautiful Bengal. And that's the tragedy of West Bengal now. We are discussing sympathy wave. But who is going to sympathize with the plights? People who are reeling on the plights of their livelihood, unemployment, lack of industrialization, high price rise, petrol price hike. Nobody is talking that. So what they are trying to do, these two hugely non-performing governments and the parties, BJP and TMC, they are trying to create a false narrative, which they call as Khela or a game, but it's not a game. We are going to change it. We have seen 7-8 years of Modi Raj, and we have seen 10 years of Mamata Raj. Now people are really all set to make a change if Modi ji doesn't like, because Modi ji is all set to lose 4 elections, and he is giving everything to win West Bengal just to save his face. But time is up for them.
Saira Shah Halim.
So, see, I might not agree with all the policies of Mamata Banerjee ji. However, this incident is abhorrible. And if there has been any incident of an attack, it is highly condemnable. Now, coming back to the terrain that Bengal is fighting the elections in, I think we are looking at corruption, we are looking at communalism, we are looking at caste, and we are looking at coercion. So I think if this is the terrain that Bengal is fighting elections on, I feel that the far right has already won. It is, even if they don't win, it is unfortunate that Bengal, which was erstwhile a beacon of progress, of progressive policies, of idealism, of a certain humanism, rationalism, a school of thought that gave roots to this whole Renaissance movement is fighting elections on these fault lines. And I condemn any incident of any kind of person who's inciting violence, inciting hatred, inciting communalism.
Okay. George Sarkar now also joins us, former CEO of Prasar Bharati. Yes, Mr. Sarkar.
You see, this incident has managed to bring the narrative to Mamata's side, Mamata Banerjee's side. The facts are not exactly material at this point of time, whether she was pushed, and nobody goes and hurts herself purposely. Now, the narrative was being splintered, unfortunately, by two progressive parties. You see, it's a straight fight between communal forces and the rest. And the rest should have aligned together. But for various reasons, they have not. And they are accusing each other of bloodshed, each other of crime, each other of violence. Point is, I've been around for 50 years and I've seen violence being perpetrated by all of them, starting from the Congress during the Naxalite period, by the Marxist and the Left Front, and of course by the Trinamool. So there's no point in talking of legacy of violence and things separate. The major issue is who takes on the BJP and the communal forces that threaten the very fabric, the very part of, in the heart of Bengal's feeling. So that is, she has managed to drag it to herself.
Devjani Bhattacharya, your opening comments.
Yeah, I would rather like to say that if you look at the antecedents of Mamata, whatever happened to her, she is very badly hurt. And I feel sorry because she's our chief minister. At this age, it was not desired at all. But if you look at her antecedents, then she has been hurt many a times earlier also. When she was an opposition leader, she used to be hurt every fortnight. So people are really not very surprised by this incident. So because she has a plastered leg or because she's on a wheelchair, I don't think she'll get any extra sympathy for that, because Bengal is really in very bad shape. People are very dissatisfied on the ground. So simply because Mamata is on a wheelchair, that will not give her any extra sympathy. Because if you look at the social media reactions, almost everyone is believing this to be a drama. Whether it is a drama or not, that's a separate issue. We do not know.